It's budget vote season at Wyandanch Memorial High School. This year, the school is weighing the impact of Governor Paterson's proposed $1.1 billion statewide education cuts.
We're looking at cutting a lot of teachers, and it's going to have a great impact on the students because we don't have all the teachers that we need currently.
The school cut staff, electives, and even some sports teams to try to balance its books last year. This year brings more bad news.
We have only one AP class right in Wyandanch right now. We may have to cut that one AP class.
Memorial High must also pay to fix its leaky roof and solve the academic woes that led to last year's 55% graduation rate. On top of that, the school and its district spent the last 2 years in a $3 million hole. The budget cuts would swell the deficit to $4 million, meaning tougher decisions for the superintendent.
You're always looking to see how you can make a budget that is going to meet the needs of your student population, but at the same token, you can't break the backs of the homeowners. So that's a juggling act.
But Memorial High is not the only school being hit with budget cuts. Schools all over Long Island will have to deal with less state funding. In fact, you don't have to travel far to get a closer look at one of them. Take a 10-minute cab ride to 375 Wolf Hill Road, and you're at Half Hollow's Hills West High School. Located only 7 miles away from Wyandanch Memorial High, but figuratively, worlds apart. Hills West is a staple on the state's list of quality schools.
Yeah, I think this school really did help me get into a good college.
But it is also trying to cope with less aid. The school cut sports teams, electives, and transportation to stay financially stable. It even sent out an invitation to Governor Paterson.
We wanted the governor to see firsthand what a good district does in all facets, and tell him that the cuts in state aid, you will diminish that program.
Though both schools will be hit, the blow is felt a little harder in Wyandanch.
Wyandanch is much more heavily dependent on state aid, so when there are cuts in state aid, it has a dramatic impact.
The state provides for 62% of Memorial High's funds, compared to just 13% at Hills West. Homeowners pay for the rest of school funding through property taxes. Hills West is in Dix Hills, where the average household income almost triples the one in Wyandanch. The big socioeconomic gap between the two areas is reflected in the classroom, where Wyandanch students are noticeably lagging behind. Less state aid might widen the gap.
If I don't have that AP class, all I'm going to have is regular English 12 honors, and wait, I won't even have to take, they won't even have pre-calc, so I won't have math. And then I'll like a reject to the college reps because I'm not taking any more extra classes that I don't need.
The cost of educating each Memorial High student is around $17,000, whereas Hills West only spends about $15,000 per.
It's not only we have a great program, but we're fiscally responsible at the same time.
Fiscal irresponsibility has plagued the Wyandanch district in years past. Many are critical of the way it handles its funds, including Memorial High graduate and activist Miss Barbara Wright Blue.
If they rethink how they're spending, they could come up with better solutions.
But Assemblyman Sweeney has noticed a steady change, saying the district has worked to be more transparent and accountable.
That's better for everyone and a little easier for me to make the case on behalf of the district.
If the budget passes, both schools will have to deal with the consequences. For Wyandanch, that might ultimately mean even fewer students graduating and attending a good college. The budget will be voted on May 18th. For Stony Brook News, I'm Myanda Kazadi.